Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Jaminrock, here to an exciting 1v1 straight here on a Langalaskia winter. Personally not my favourite, but that's largely due to all the deep snow, which I do personally find lies some slightly awkward positions. We're off here to watch Jaminrock fighting for the Soviet Union and the 5th Guards Rifle Corps assembled to retake this lost set of farm villagers, or farm collectors, versus Dadokisin X fighting for Germany, for the Reich, assembling here the Kampfgruppe Heinrich, formed up to clear out and hold this area as well. We are noting here that the Dadokisin in fact on straight on for the Armored Assault Commander. A bit time since we've seen that one, but that's just a few interesting options. We are noting here the opponent has gone straight on for Mechanized Assault. We also know there's no Infantry Company up, except we're noting a 2 Pioneers and then Assault Gun is arriving here for Dadokisin. Lots of MP40s for him, lots of Schmeissers, lots of bullets. Bit of a broad approach here going in from Dadokisin initially. And we also know here that immediately Jaminrock is going straight for the few lots of conscripts on the way from him. You imagine that bloke to be more Assault Gunners than on the way here for Dadokisin. And there we go. Second unit, the note again for the Germans, it was not that common for them to actually equip unit or entire squads with submachine guns. Generally it's sort of more like a personal, or more of a mission to mission thing if it would have happened. Otherwise, in some cases, Volksgunners could have been equipped like that, but that's usually in the cases of the more specific Sturmzug, or assault platoons, or whatever squad, that were supposed to actually be equipped with assault rifles to a certain extent, and then they couldn't get the assault rifles, they would be equipped with MP40s. But generally, heavily equipped of submachine guns was more of a Soviet thing, and to a less extent an American thing, though the Americans didn't practice it that much either. This is our sector now. Just a quick comment there. In fact, usually the one who'd be equipped with an MP40 in a squad was usually the squad leader. The second in command himself would usually be equipped with a Gewehr 43. So, little fun fact there. Countries are opening up in the Pioneers, Assault Force warming up, and there they go, quick sprint. Noting, by the way, he's using terrain all the way, basically to sort of ensure there's less shots going in there. Conscripts will running themselves away. Good response there from Jaminrock. Further trying to get in further for distance, again ensuring the assault guys can't easily get in. Good move there. We do see here that Dadokisin reacts rather sharply to this, not falling in, probably not accepting the bait here. The Jaminrock was setting in, instead sort of striking in towards another area, instead opting for some harassment and chaos on another spot. And looks like he's then doubling back, realizing again he might have been drawing him in close. Could it be that the Dadokisin was baiting him in? Oh! Did the Dadokisin here make a slight miscalculation, saying I'm shooting for a bit of a nasty situation? It certainly looks a bit ugly here. It's actually about to get surrounded by 4 country squad with its only 2 assault grenadier squads. I think the Dadokisin might have made this miscalculation, or I might be missing something out here. But there we go. A quick sprint across the road as the Pioneers actually draw the fire. Now that was a clever move. In fact, looks like he's actually focusing down the Pioneers, but right here that might have been a great mistake here. Allowing to oh, country squad catches the assault guns out in the open. One squad there pushed away. The assault will be able to do some lot of damage here with the Pioneers alongside them. Another conscript pulled away here, so it looks like Jaminrock actually made a slight mistake. They focused down the Pioneers, and Dadokisin really took advantage. On the other hand, the other assault squad took an absolute thrashing, and now the assault guns themselves are not looking too good. The conscripts here having a much stronger position now, and he can't really pull off another sprint yet. In fact, he needs to get out of there. And this is actually one of the things I don't like about Winter Langalaskia. It's actually a bit punching towards the northern player, like for example here. Normally they just want to cross here, but they actually end up retreating right through here. And that can usually skew your unit position a bit, so really one thing I don't like about this map. But there you go.
You need something demolished?
Sending a quick bunker there, medic bunker on the way. Noting he's actually flowing a bit of resource, also looks like he's planning something. Having checked up now. Likely like to mechanized company.
Waiting for your command.
Medics up here. No Molotovs or anti-tank grenades, by the way, for Jaminrock. Medic bunker up. Well, bunker part up of it. The medics are still not quite there.
Engineers, the enemy has taken our supply sector.
There's certainly some interesting initial infantry engagement going on here between the two sides, and looks like something might be on the way here from the light mechanized company. Medics arriving. quickly setting about healing the Truppen. Watching about there and there. And moving out for the glory of Germany. Still a rather small force that Dadokisin is actually operating with, which is actually notably interesting. And there we go. Looks like a scout has been assembled here for the Kampfgruppe. Mine went off here, killing only poor Friedrich. Always considered a bit of a clump-footed man, so hardly a loss for Germany. So there goes scout car rolling in, opening up there on the Bolsheviks. We do note here that he has been quick to sort of push back Dadokisin's territorial advances and set about mining. That is good. Comrades back in the base, maybe he's waiting to set something up. The question is, what could it be that Jaminrock is planning? Ooh, anti-tank grenade going off. Oh, scout come out and push a bit too far ahead. Now we've got another counter scout rushing in. Need to pull back. Assault guys need to move to intercept at the very least. Oh dear. Dadokisin might have made a slight miscalculation there. Pioneers doing what they can. Scout covering as well. Machine gun and MP40 firing. But there you go. The anti-tank grenade flies through the air like the hammer of Thor. Except it doesn't return and it blows up and knocks out the scout car. Assault guys don't mind cut them down. Retreat. No. Oh, he made a slight mistake there. He moved a bit too far. That's allowing the conscripts there to pull away. He's got nothing to cut them down on the retreat path. Slight miscalculation there from Dadokisin. Ever so briefly moved a bit too far, thus losing time opportunity to really get shooting at them a bit more. And maybe firing out there, so a small stroke of luck there for Jaminrock, and more specifically for poor Boris. So I'm sure Boris might still be feeling a bit off since he's still low on health. Going for both viewpoints here with the Pioneers. Both of them, one of them equipped mines, which is apparently on the one doesn't. He could set up some mine tactics to make things a bit more difficult. In fact, mines would be a nice move. He's got munitions for it. For the S-Minen, the Sprengminen. We're noting here more mines going up there from Jaminrock. Always on that. Good, good. Assault gun is getting reinforced and put together for the fight. There we go. Minefield going up. Need to be a bit careful, need to close in. Could sneak up there and then set off, but also then sort of hit more their cut-off point. And there go minefield set up there. Looks like about 3 fields worth. More mines going up. Looks like he's setting up something a bit more defensible towards there. And this minefield here could also be a good move for Dadokisin, but it seems like he's not quite caring about that. Assault is somehow managing it to actually win this fight, despite everything else. I'm a bit surprised at that. Another squad following in. Few there being kicked, but noting there he's actually setting up around the cut-off point first. Not a bad idea, noting his problem company up with a Maxim arriving here for Jaminrock. And Maxim rapidly sets up there, firing away at the assault grenadiers out in the open. And a quick follow-up here, looks like he managed to dodge the minefield. Oh, not quite. A face full of S-mine. But no losses. Assault guns there pushing back one squad. And, oh! Mechanized assault group has arrived. The 250 half-track pulls in for Dadokisin, filled with heavily armed Panzergrenadier. Opening up there on the Communists, getting behind the Maxim as well. A violent strike here could actually do a lot of damage, particularly around the deep snow. He could wipe out a squad, maybe. With a bit of luck. No, no. Apparently not. Fortune did not favour him this time around. And the Communists were able to somehow strike most fire. Grenades going off, allowing the assault guys to just make a break for Panzer guys moving in there. Need to be careful though. Might enter tank go off, in which case they might, well, in that case he might as well pull in closer, get more accuracy on the assault rifles, thus wiping them out at least. Surely instead now there's a chance of the conscripts actually get away. Mine going off, that apparently mined this road really heavily, though the assault guys still managed to survive that encounter.
Engineer standing by.
Still no mines around here. I think that really could benefit the Dadokisin. Field gun arriving. That's going to be a good method there versus the half tracks. You need to pull that a bit further back. He probably wasn't expecting the field gun though. There we go. Hit off. Though he is quick to actually eject the Panzer, ensuring at least he doesn't lose though. The half track goes up in flames, and there we go. Kaput. A tragic loss there for Germany.
Are attempting to capture our territory.
Field gun being forcibly pulled out of it as the blizzard sets in.
We are bleeding, comrade. Standing by.
The soldiers continuing their advance. Maxim setting up here. Jaminrock pushing up that flank, probably going here to the Dadokisin. Oh dear, he's retreating through here, but there could also be an opportunity here for the Panzers to wipe them up. They're low on health, and they'll pass really close to the Panzers here. There we go. Oh, that was a bit of a bad move there to sort of for some reason time up to take a breather there. Either way, dead. Another mechanized assault group is available if he actually fancies that. Bun grenade also available that could be used to maybe force the conscripts out of cover there.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
It looks like that is not within his interests. Loading a bit of resources there, Dadokisin. At the same time, further advance over here. Mechanized assault group here could actually catch this Maxim off guard right now and wipe it out likely. Doesn't seem to be in the interests of Dadokisin right now. So they're going after the engineers with the assault guns, but they are quickly suppressed here. Swift burst there from the Maxim, puts the heads to the ground, and then he reacts for the second mechanized assault group. A second 250 half-track with a second squad of Panzer Grenadier Pioneers. They're fighting desperately to hold the cut-off point there while he's securing the point over there with a fresh minesweeper unit. Assault is making a sprint. Might they try to assault and lock grenades through the windows? Could it be? Yes. No, it doesn't look like still going out to assault. Except we do have the mechanized assault group setting up there around the other door. He's throwing crows. Could it be? Could it be a desperate assault? Yes, indeed. But at the same time, we see grenade going off, or field gun fire going off. At the same time, the grenades clear out most of the occupants, leaving them dazed, shocked, and rather explodey. They got. Damn, that was close. Rather barely getting out there before the half-tech burst into flame. But the Panzer's making out, they're clearing out the field gun. Oh, the Maxim, by the way. Maybe even clearing out the conscious right there. That could be some heavy loss there for Jaminrock. And there we go. No! No, the blizzard covers his escape just as poor Heinrich dies of something. Maybe a stroke. I don't know, hernia? Still, there's a Maxim right there. I would suggest he actually grabs it with the assault gun and then sets it up. That would actually help him defend a bit more. Also, Stugi is available right now, although the field gun might prove to be a bit too much in that direction. He's also got plenty of resources, so taking up right now, in fact, could also be an idea. I mean, it could be he's actually aiming for a Tiger, but right now he's actually got a bit of an advantage despite his small force. At the same time, it's a more small and heavier assault force, so at the same time, trying to push further that advantage with some more units to pull up might be an idea. In particular, he's rather leaving Jaminrock's forces a bit crippled, and certainly not very happy. But no, he actually leaves the Maxim behind. Can't help but feel that's a bit of a mistake there. Both Panzer Gunner squads, by the way, already veterans 1, and this one close to veteran 2. Pagan arriving here looks like the Dadokisin is a bit paranoid about enemy armor. Would not be a bad idea to begin worrying about that now.
Anti-tank gun firing! The blizzard is gone. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Catching the field gun there might be able to clear it out. But I think he's going to regret not securing that Maxim right about now.
Yeah.
Panzer's moving up and they're going for that cut-off point. Need to be careful though. Oh, barely dodged a mine. Another grenade assault seems to be, and there go 2 squads inside the building. Looks like they barely manage out, at least the conscripts do. Assault, oh, the Maxim crew seems somehow to get largely unscathed away from it. Quick bite of lightning though. And that sorted out that one. Oh! Series of shots there from several sides to clear them out in a rather short period of time there. Might not have been able to save it even with the retreat there, but oh well. Light artillery barrage available. So is a Stugi. So there's another mechanized assault group. So it's more assault grenadiers. There's certainly a few options there to choose from for the Dadokisin. You can even train another Panzer squad. I mean, he's a bit low in infantry, so what can I do? But there go combat engineers wiped out. So another loss there for Jaminrock. At the same time, the conscript moves taken within range. He could actually try to pull off an assault, and there we go. More grenades on the deep snow.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
And we're actually seeing another pioneer unit. Pioneer 1 was lost in the service of Germany. Could it be that both players are actually aiming for doctrinal armor? A bit boring since we see it so much. But to some extent, the way that Dadokisin so far has to feel, I can't help but feel that might be missing out on sort of really getting an advantage in. Also with ignoring that Maxim. So I can't help but feel that's a bit unfortunate. Interesting to note, by the way, that Jaminrock has not bothered with the minesweeper around here. One would have figured he might have done that. Rather bow player though, the field gun, he could end up losing it. That would actually be a small victory if he could secure that in the service of Zreiter. Panzerist firing over the Sturmgewehrs. It looks like they managed to pull around the corner, thus escaping a grim fate. That's Reich's finest.
Pioneers!
But time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is that Dadokisin is actually controlling the map rather heavily. Although he's rather low on units, on the other hand, they are noticeably more assaulty, and certainly able to sort of individually pour down more firepower than most of what Jaminrock has. On the other hand, he's already lost one Panzer squad, which does hurt the other one. He's though close to victory. He's got a lot of artillery barrels. He's also got plenty of resources. I really think he should not be aiming for a Tiger tank right now. At the very least, he could aim for the early Stugi and then take up, get some armor. I really think he should be aiming maybe getting a pair of Panzer IVs or a pair of Stug-Gs. That could also complement a Stug-E, by the way. And that way apply further pressure early on, maybe securing that field gun alongside his own Pack 40. That would be able to stop anything his opponent might throw him in terms of heavier armor, say an IS-2 or a pair of T-30-45s. On the other hand, if he keeps delaying, those would be available, and in fact he would then be rather vulnerable. In fact, particular two T-35s. We know his opponent has gone for armored assault. Of course, we don't know if the Dadokisin knows, but at the same time, two T-35s right now could actually utterly devastate him, and it's not, in fact, it's like Jaminrock is far away from that. So really, the Dadokisin needs to sort of set up something. Again, I can't help if armor would be a better idea than waiting for the heavy armor, the Tiger. So that would be a slight comment there from me and some thoughts there. On the other hand, for Jaminrock, he's definitely also playing a bit of dangerous game himself, going for doctrinal armor. He might be aiming for T-35s right, and to go for that, he could probably beat the Dadokisin rather senseless if he hits from the right angle, since the Dadokisin would have very little to hold it back with. Of course, he could himself be playing it sort of the same game that Dadokisin is, and actually aim for an IS-2, though that would be a bit more risky, and would actually allow for Dadokisin to maybe prepare. But then again, the way he's currently playing rather seems like he's just aiming for the Tiger and not saying any sort of strategy. In fact, there's a bit of a strategic gap if that is the case here for Dadokisin. He's playing with a rather strong early game, but he's got nothing to seriously back it up or sort of really play it out in any way scenarios. So it can't help but feel it's a rather straight-laced, a bit too inflexible strategy that does not allow for any kind of modification, which is a dangerous kind of strategy, since in some regards it has some serious weaknesses, including it can't really take an advantage and further go with it. And that's rather think might happen here, in particular since T-35s could easily screw things up completely for Dadokisin. But again, not happening because he's just aiming for the Tiger, it would appear, because we're not seeing him taking up. And of course that leaves him rather open in many regards until that point, in particular since not really putting out a lot more infantry either. So things are a bit dangerous in that regard. A bit dangerous. So let's return to the fight and see how this actually works out.
We have resistance!
Quick Maxim fire there. Field gun nearby. Assault gun is getting suppressed. Light his infantry shots. There we go, they're 3-2, making them a bit harder to hit and also increasing the accuracy, but at the same time, several shots here from two transports, especially two themselves, so that's also more accurate. Rather quickly takes down the squad. A few notches. And there go, finally a minesweeper up here for Jaminrock. About time.
Ready!
And these pioneers we need to get out there. Stugi would really do them a lot of good versus all this infantry. So I can't help but feel again that there is a bit of a massive gap in the Dadokisin strategy. And not the good kind of gap either, though there's hardly any good gaps. Pioneers pushing in versus the conscripts and rapidly coming under fire.
Schützen here!
The enemy is taking our territory.
And the pioneers here with the minesweeper basically told to hold the line until something heavy comes their way.
Out of contact.
There we go. Two forces moving out.
Grenadiers.
Assault grenadiers and panzer grenadiers. Will it be able to pull it off?
Seizing the sector.
Fully ready.
Will they be able to pull it off? Sprinting in there. And there you go, quick bot. Vicious Voldia on the conscript forcing them away. The MP40s follow up with assault rifles there, proving to be perhaps a bit too much. And there go Max Primer, and there we go. A light artillery barrel summoned in the house. Artillery setting in to flatten the building and any occupants. And there we go. Tried to make it out of there, but shattered by the lightest Infanteriegeschütz. A battalion level artillery weapon, usually operating in small platoons, or usually a company attached to the battalion. A pair of those, and then some heavier, schwere Infanteriegeschütz of the 15cm kind, providing artillery support for each battalion, ensuring there would always have at least some artillery support that way. As the war progressed, they slightly found themselves outcompeted by the heavy mortars, though they still saw usage. All the light Infanteriegeschütz itself would see some changes as well. Slightly different variants. That will also see them a bit more useful in the anti-tank role, by the way. The Pioneers are moving out. Now being secured. Fuel being secured again. We do see that the Dadokisin, despite having a small force, I mean, he's able to sort of reasonably well use it. The problem again just seems to be he can't push in. And in fact, he's spreading 1,000 manpower. It seems rather clear what he's aiming at. And it also feels like it's more or less the same thing, except the opposite in some regards. You know what Jaminrock is aiming for, well, the inverse, is an IS-2. But, again, it rather feels like both are a bit wasting an opportunity, and in particular the Dadokisin. Since he's again the one with most resource and most map control in some regards, and he's not really pushing the advantage. He's not really trying to do something with it. Munitions cache going up, an interesting charge right there for Dadokisin, one I did not expect. In particular, considering the play he's aiming at, he might be for more light artillery barrages or more grenades, I suppose. Maybe some punch strikes to augment things in case things go sour. Second field gun there rhyming. Jaminrock probably expecting now what's going to come on. He knows his opponent's gone for mechanized assault. And he knows that the more time that passes, and of course that's always a thing to keep in mind, the more time that passes, the more likely the opponent's aiming for something bigger. Either doctrinally or non-doctrinally. Of course, he knows his opponent's got mechanized assault. He knows that involves a Tiger, so he's likely aiming at the idea that his opponent's aiming for a Tiger, and thus is doing his best to prepare for that. With field guns, unlikely then IS-2s to sort of really provide an obstacle there for the Tiger tank. Panzers, they're making a slight move out of cover. Could be a bad idea. And there goes swift retreat there.
Yes? Pioneers here.
Both assault on this rather close to veteran C3. Can he do something with it? Pack 40 being overwhelmed. And we're noting actually a sniper out. He's actually gone for a special rifle command all of a sudden here for Jaminrock. And interesting move again, he's likely aiming for something more doctrinal, but on the other hand, he's actually spending more resources in sort of a more big, how should one say, logistical chain than his opponent. And there goes Assault Gunner is tearing in. Veterans are free, but always taking heavy loss damage. And there goes Tiger available as this happens at the very exact moment, and IS-2 is also available. And now we note again, he's still flowing resources. He's also got a bit of a smaller force in some regards. And of course, that's a bit the same issue with floating too many resources in hopes of getting something bigger. Your opponent, if he doesn't pushes harder again, he can solve it more, put it into a more decidedly bigger advantage, and that's kind of what's happening here. Just now he has two field guns, and he's got his two while his opponent's got one Pack 40 and a Tiger tank. That rather leaves Jaminrock with a bit of the advantage. In time factor pop over to Jaminrock again. The Tiger rolls through here. Mine's up there. Nice job, but take the hit from the Tiger. And kaput. Quick anti-tank grenade fails to penetrate the thick frontal armor. Not venturing too much farther out there due to the blizzard. In particular, he also knows there might be something hiding there. Good move. Panzers there took a rather lucky hit, losing only one man there to the IS-2. No, keep pushing. Scheiße, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dadokisin? And that bun grenade did bugger all. Most of this damage seems to have been absorbed by the gun shield right there. Interesting. Tiger Rat losing repairs. Assault gun is moving forwards.
Incoming rounds! Field gun. Enemy contact! Ready and willing! AT gun ready!
Field guns crawling about here. He might be making a mistake, and then again the IS-2 could easily move in and actually punish any infantry trying to pursue the field guns. There we go. Looks like, there we go. One cleared out, one cleared out. Assault is going to need to fall back. So look, fighting. Tiger advances. Pack 40 at the same time, close being cleared out. If only it was close to fire target weak point. Troops getting caught here. Heavy damage, heavy losses. Another veterancy 3 assault gun unit. But the losses are punishing and they have to get out of there. Pioneers freezing to death. Mine went off. They're almost wiping out the assault guns in the process. Assault guns need to retreat now. Ah, scheisse. And a quick strafing run there, causing further harm and losses. In fact, looks like he just lost both assault gun squads right there.
We have the point.
Absolutely catastrophic right there for Dadokisin. Another error in judgment, one might say. And now we can see what his strategic stubbornness to a certain extent has resulted in. Now his opponent has a much larger advantage. And he didn't just float resources, he actually expended them more towards infrastructure and other things, and an overall larger force, and thus overall had something a lot more flexible and a lot more capable in the longer run. Compared to the Dadokisin, who while having an advantage several times, failed to exploit it, failed to push in. Another strafe there from Mr. Jaminrock. Cancel switching that 3. Barely making out of there. Second Tiger arriving. Jaminrock, they're still waiting a bit for more fuel to get the second IS-2, but that is what it's aiming for.
Yes.
Snipers continue to snipe, and that Pioneer unit went down. The IS-2 with 122 million a gun proving to be too much of a foe, too much of an obstacle. Nice hit there from the Tiger. Second Tiger joins in, but instead heads to cash. We could see a squad there being lost for Jaminrock. A tragic loss for the Soviet peoples.
Squad of infantry has been killed. Death before retreat. Awaiting command.
But I would say the Dadokisin needs to sort of reform his strategies a bit. Sure, he's got 2 Tiger tanks right now, but his opponent's got several field guns. He's got lots of infantry and an IS-2 with another one of it possible, whereas his opponent has a lot less infantry overall. It also means essentially that the Dadokisin really can't control the map anymore, which is going to be a larger issue unless Jaminrock insists on making a bit of a blunder and keep attacking the same spot where both the Tigers are. In which case, of course, his infantry will get punished, as you see right here. So right here, Jaminrock is making a bit of a mistake. I mean, you don't want to attack 2 Tigers head on. That will end up in a punishing experience. As I'm sure you noticed, bit of a massacre right here. They're good trying to assault that one. And looks like he actually wrecked the field gun instead of recruiting it. I think that was definitely a mistake considering what they know is on the field. Hit down the Tiger.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Additional Pionieren arriving here for the Dadokisin.
Yes, comrade.
Adding more field guns to the arsenal here for Jaminrock.
Okay, that's the last one.
Deal with the fascisti tanks.
Awaiting orders.
And looks like he's setting up for something bigger. Oh, looks like he actually cancelled the field gun. Still, IS-2 leading the way, field guns following up here. No pattern rail field support. And there go the Tigers taking a lot of damage there. Need to be careful, he should focus down the field guns first at the very least, since they're going to be the one easiest to clear out with the more exposed crews. And there we go, 1 Tiger already down to half health. Pack 40 though at the front. There you go, nice hit there from the Tiger. Pack 40 fires again. If he reaches veteran to 1, Tiger would be a good idea. But no, IS-2 seems to be escaping, in fact gaining veteran to 1. Pioneers are working, repairing and pulling it together. At the same time, both Tigers are in actually a slightly poor situation. There we go. Second IS-2 ready. Now we see Jaminrock adding further heavy armor and another strafing run there, intent on clearing away the supporting pioneers there from the Tiger tanks. Good move there. Assuming repaired, also self-repairs, good combination there, good combination. Should allow to get as fast into the battle as possible. Another ice through there arriving though, pushing forwards. Tigers doing what they can, but still, the situation is grim. Another counter squad wiped out, but they've got another vicious volley from the field guns. Tiger here almost close to destruction. They almost seem to actually be as a barrier. But can he get this one repaired in time? Does not look like. We got the ice 2 here. Both Tigers in a terrible state. Ice 2 clearly not on the other one. It's not ready as well, plus the field guns. This is an absolutely terrible situation for Dadokisin and his counter-robot. Tag 40 closing in on Veteran 2-1. If he could get that target weak point off, that would be his only real chance here versus the IS-2. But there you go, Tiger down. Veteran 2 there for the Pack 40. And apparently the Dadokisin seems to be blaming this on the game. But there you go, a swift, brutal fight resulting in Dadokisin being rather heavily put down by the end of it. Despite having a rather good start, he was unable to capitalize it on, and he was too caught up in the Tigers, ignoring every other possibility, including the one he could further push an early advantage, make things a lot harder for his opponent, allowing Jaminrock, exactly because of that, because he ended up flooding out resources, thus internally ensuring that he was acting on a more equal level on the battlefield, because again, a lot of the resources he could have put on were in his bank. I mean, that's all something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not just about the resources you have on the, stored away. It's also about the ones using on the battlefield. If you're equivalent there, or your opponent actually has the advantage there in some regards, you're in a lot of trouble. And that was rather the case here, because he didn't follow up. Again, he just, I just get Tiger tanks now, and just win, and apparently didn't quite consider fully out the consequences, and that was something that Jaminrock took advantage of. Though I'm surprised he didn't pull with the T-3045s. Had he done that, I'm pretty sure he could have won a lot earlier. But that's that. Again, the major issue there lay in basically Dadokisin not pushing an advantage, not securing the maximum focus arm, not further laying out mines, which could also make any advance with armor a lot harder, but also infantry, and not getting armor any earlier. Those were really some serious mistakes, and in the end, Jaminrock was able to pull off, particularly because he then also insisted on fighting in front of the IS-2 and 2 field guns, which was a bit of a tactical mistake there. So there were a series of tactical mistakes, with the big ones were really the strategic ones, the ones where the Dadokisin was not able to translate a good early game advantage of the assault guns and the mechanized assault group, having played really well with that, despite losing both half-tracks, which was actually a bit of a shame and a bit of a waste in some regards, but still not able to translate that into a sort of more serious mid-game advantage and a late-game advantage, instead pretty much just flooding up resources, essentially deflating the advantage and removing it, and basically just putting it in the bank where it really does not provide any interest, and instead ended up with him getting beaten. So that right there is largely the key cause for the loss here of Dadokisin. So hopefully you've understood that. Perhaps again you've slightly more understood the importance of being aggressive, but also mines, and also of course not just aiming for the doctrinal armor in particular if you're already sitting on advantage, because doctrinal armor, again, the way the points are earned, is not something you can push an advantage with. You can exploit it once you get there, or you can make an advantage, but you can't push with it, and to some extent not really fully exploit with it. But there you go. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had some fun. If you did, of course, feel free to subscribe, share with your friends, tell everyone. Also feel free to donate. Donations are what keeps the Propagandacast running, amongst other things, and certainly allows me to keep doing it like this. So of course feel free to do that. There's a link in the description where you can do so on PayPal, so if you want to, feel free to do so. That would certainly make me quite happy. If not, that's also quite fine. But anyways, if you didn't enjoy it, of course, don't donate, as simple as that. But as you know, feel free to send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. And this is Imperial Dane, though, saying cheers and wishing you all a good day.